Здравейте! Здравейте! Добре дошли на новите ни посетители. Нашата програма с презентации продължава с колегите от ЮРЕС Естония и госпожа Мария Цимър. Just to say it in English. Hello to everybody. Our presentations continue and the next one is for ЮРЕС Estonia and Miss Maria Zimmer. I'm giving the floor to her.
Thank you. Well, hello everybody, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to give you a brief overview about working and living in Estonia. So, Estonia is a rather small country in the northern part of Europe. Compared to you guys, compared to Bulgaria, we are very little. We only have about 1.3 million people. So, you could say that in Estonia, everybody knows everybody. And we use euro as a currency, and we have done so since 2012. And in general, English and Estonian and Russian are the three main languages spoken in Estonia. Older generation speaks Russian. My parents speak very fluent Russian. People 30 and younger, they would rather speak English because they haven't used Russian. And then, of course, we have Estonian, which is the official language. But don't worry, when you come to Estonia, if you're interested in relocation, we do have free language training for people who are interested in learning Estonian. And people get fluent very easily. We do have direct flights all over Europe, unfortunately not to Bulgaria. So when you fly there, you have to come via Frankfurt or you have to have a connecting flight. But it's not too bad. I did it and it was fine. But we do have a lot of islands. We have a lot of nature, but we do have a lot of big cities, and we are very fond of our internet connection. Okay, that is not working. Hello, hello, hello. And is it working now? Yeah, I think it's working better. So we are very fond of our internet connection. All the public parks, city buses, we have Wi-Fi everywhere. So we have a lot of e-solutions in our country. You can vote online. You can park using your mobile. There are a lot of internet solutions here in Estonia. We do have some interesting traditions. So we have a song and dance festival where about 100,000 people will gather and sing. So we are very fond of singing. Please don't ask me to sing because I'm horrible at it. But Estonians love to sing, and we have huge celebrations in that. We have a lot of nature. We have a sauna tradition. If you know sauna, Estonians go there almost every week. We have a lot of forests and bogs and wetlands, but we do have. Oh. Right. We do have some bigger cities as well, but you can probably tell in the wintertime it's quite cold. So right now in Estonia it's about 10 to 15 degrees. I'm enjoying Bulgaria very much because it's way warmer in here. And in the winter we have a lot of snow. Then about salaries and labor market. So the average salary in Estonia is about 1,419 euros with taxes. So without taxes, it would be about 1,200 euros. That is the average salary. So if you go to the capital, to Tallinn, the salaries are higher. If you go to the countryside or the smaller cities, the salaries are a bit lower. However, the cost of living is also lower. So to rent an apartment in Tallinn, it would cost you about like 400 to 500 euros if you want to have an apartment for yourself. If you want to share it with someone, it would be cheaper. And then we do have many different vacancies available. Of course, if you have background in IT, it would be very easy for you to find a job in Estonia because we have a huge shortage of IT roles. However, our tourism sector and different tech sectors are looking for people as well. We are looking for skilled workforce in the field of education. and also logistics and everything. This is just an example of some of the shortages in the vacancies we have. However, if you are interested in more vacancies or if you want to learn more about it, our booth is just back over there in the corner, so drop by and ask us questions. Just a slide about taxes. Don't worry, I'm not going to explain you the whole tax system. It's just that all the information about doing your taxes is available in Estonian, in English, and in Russian. And also when you relocate to Estonia, you do your taxes online. The government has all the information. So from my experience, like doing your taxes, it is super easy compared to all the other countries where I have lived. To do taxes in Estonia, it will take you about 5 minutes, and you can do it all online, so it's not complicated at all. It's a very easy system. So if you are interested in relocating and you're looking for jobs, there are some websites you could consider. Of course, we have the eures.europa.eu, where we have all the public employment services for their vacancies. Then we have the Estonian Public Employment Service website called totukassa.ee. That website is also available in English and also in Russian. So all the vacancies are in 3 languages. Then we have loads of English vacancies on CV Center and on cv.ee. And most Estonians use Facebook and LinkedIn as well. So if you want to know Facebook groups that have job offers in other languages, drop by our booth and I'll show you them online. And then, of course, if you have a LinkedIn profile, that is hugely useful in Estonia as well, because we do use LinkedIn for our vacancies. Okay, I'm on time. And then, of course, we have a lot of online and offline job fairs. So if you have already relocated to Estonia, then this website here will give you an overview of all the different on-site job fairs you can attend. So this is a brief overview of the websites that would be useful for you if you want to look for a job in Estonia. But as I said, I have my laptop with me, so drop by afterwards from our booth and I can show you those websites a bit closer. Then we do have an online job fair coming up on the 23rd of October. Our employers are signing up for it as we speak, and this is for all the sectors in Estonia. It's not focused on one sector, it's all the vacancies and all the employers from all over Estonia. And it's conducted in English, and you can chat with us during the day, and also when you register, you can chat with the employers as well. Then just to give you an overview of the website we have for Public Employment Office, as I said, it's in English. And once you have relocated to Estonia, you can actually browse the vacancies, you can have what's available in here, and our customer service representatives, they speak English and Russian as well. Then some other useful websites for working in Estonia. We have workinestonia.com that has vacancies that are geared towards foreigners who don't speak Estonian yet. So either the vacancies listed on there, they either have a minimum requirement of Estonian, like very few Estonian, or no Estonian required whatsoever. And those vacancies are available in English, so you can browse through them. Then if you're interested in studying in Estonia, we have a Study in Estonia website as well. And then Settle in Estonia will give you an overview of the assistance you receive when you relocate. So we have family life planning. So if you want to relocate with your family, there's support available. We'll help you find kindergarten for your children or your school or whatnot. Then there's help available regarding health services, how to find the doctor, how to find the dentist, and general information on that. And then also, like I mentioned, the free language training if you're interested in coming over. A few words about applying for a job. It's fairly similar to the process you have in here, nothing different. You have your CV, You can add a picture if you want. If you don't want to, not a problem. You don't have to publish too much information about yourself besides your job skills and your work experience and your education. Usually Estonians do have a letter of motivation when you want to apply, but it's way shorter than you would have, like for instance in Germany, you would have to write a bit more. In Estonia, few 3-4 sentences about yourself is fine. And if you want to get in touch with us, there is the Estonian Euros website. You can have a look. There is our contact information. Our two Euros advisors, Natalia and Kaya, they speak English and Russian, both. So if you want to get in touch with us, don't worry, you can write us in both languages. And also Kaya speaks Georgian, so she's not from Estonia in general. We are on Facebook, if you want to add us on Facebook and look at our vacancies there. We are on Euros Chat on every Friday. And this is our general email for inquiries if you don't want to write to anyone in particular and just want to have a general inquiry. And then we are also on Skype, so we are available there as well. So that was a brief overview of Estonia. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me now or later as I am making way towards our booth, and feel free to come to our booth and see what other materials we have. We have relocation guides and all kinds of information about working in Estonia and a few vacancies with us as well. Thank you.
Thank you for your perfect presentation, Maria. Thank you very much. Okay, do you have any questions? Има ли някои въпроси към госпожа Цимър? Okay.
Hello, I have one question.
Sure.
In the beginning, you mentioned that there are free courses in Estonian. Can you tell me more about that?
Sure. If you go to that website, where was it? Okay, here, settleinestonia.com. There's information about those language courses, but basically, whenever we have at least 4 people in whatever city, like the bigger cities in Estonia, you would probably want to relocate to the bigger one as well. You would have to just register, and if they have at least 4 people who want that language course, which usually is not a problem, then they will tell you the place and the time where you're going to meet up, and you can participate. First, you have A1 level, which is like very basic Estonian, and then further on you can progress to, we do have free courses available up to, like native level, C level. However, those are a bit more infrequent, so you would have to register in advance. There are loads of different language cafes available if you're interested, and 2 bigger cities in Estonia, the capital Tallinn and the other bigger city Tartu, they have international houses. So these are the places for foreigners to come to receive advice when they relocate. And also they have volunteers there who, every Friday or something, they do like a language cafe where you can practice with locals. So, yeah. But if you have more questions, I can show you the website at the booth later on as well.
I have another question.
Sure.
What languages somebody needs to speak if wants to find a work in Estonia?
Okay, the languages that you would have to speak. Of course, the most available variety we have, or like the job offers, would be if you speak Estonian. Of course, I understand that nobody speaks Estonian in Bulgaria. So in the capital, in Tallinn, English would be fine. Russian also very, very useful because, like I said, older generation speaks Russian, and we have a huge Russian population here in Estonia. So if you can speak English or Russian, that would be very beneficial. But once you come to Estonia, there's like no way you can get around from, not learning Estonian. So you'll get it very fast. But English or Russian are very useful if you want to look for jobs.
So perfect English, let's say C1, C2 level?
No, even less is fine. Depending on,
okay.
of course, on the vacancy. If you want to work in IT sector, then yeah, perfect English, or at least B2 level. But if you want to work in, for instance, like a hotel somewhere, then B level is fine. B1 even, I would say. And then Russian as well. You don't have to speak perfectly as long as you're willing to learn.
Are some documents or certificates required or the employers prefer doing interviews with the people on the place?
Documents, you mean like when you want to apply?
Certificates of the languages, or they prefer with interviews only to require?
Interviews mostly. I don't know any employers who would require you to produce like a document for your language skills unless you want to work in education sector or as a doctor. Then you would have to give proof of your language skills. But for general vacancies we have, an interview is enough. They will check why interview. There are some very limited professions where you have to like if you want to work as an Estonian teacher, of course, then you would have to speak like perfect Estonian and give certification. But otherwise, interview is fine.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay, thank you.
Okay, in a couple of minutes, we are going to continue with the presentation of Ireland and Pramerica company.